This is Fleming Recordings of Nelson speaking, and we have with us today, what do you say your name was?
Bill? William Coad.
William Coad, C-O-U-D.
C-O-A-D.
C-O-A-D.
Yes.
And how long have you been around Silverton,
55.
Billy? 55 years.
Yes.
What that means that you came here in 1905. And you've 1905, and you've been living here practically all the time?
All the time, yes.
And you have been working in the mines?
Mine, in the lumber camp.
What all mines principally have you been working at?
Standard.
The Standard mine, eh?
Standard mine.
Well, that sounds very much like where Jim, at least Alec Grant, used to work.
Was shift boss.
He was shift boss at the there, eh?
Standard when I was there, yes.
And speak a little louder, Bill. And his brother was there then. That is, you see, there was
Jim.
There's Jim, and then Dan. Do you know? You knew Dan, did you?
Dan Grant. No, I didn't.
No,
know.
I guess he was around Caslow more in Ainsworth.
Yeah.
But you knew Jim, the younger brother than Alec.
Yes.
Well, Alec is my wife's cousin, so we knew Alec very well.
Quite well, yes.
And you worked with Alec at what other mines did you work with him on?
The Lost Carbon. All right. Lost Carbon mine up from Weimar.
Oh yes.
Between Weimar and Nelson, Alec was boss up the Lost Carbon mine.
Oh yes. And were you ever in the Ainsworth district with him?
Ainsworth? No.
You know, you're mostly over in this side.
Yeah, this side, yes.
And you followed mining all your life?
The mining and lumbering, yes.
And lumbering?
Yes.
Who did you work for in the lumbering business?
Oh, I worked up at the Cusp, Fred Carlson.
Yes.
When they had the sawmill there, in the Cusp.
Oh, yes. Did you ever work for Sid Leary?
No.
You never worked for Sid?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of Sid Leary.
Yeah.
But I never worked for him. I never worked for Sid.
I see.
I worked for Fred Carlson when he was logging for in the Cusp lumber company.
Oh, yeah. Did you do any hunting or anything like that? Have you got a bear story for me today?
A bear story?
I'm looking for bear stories. You got any bear stories?
No, bear, no. No, I'm giving you straight goods. I ain't no story, man, no.
No, I see.
Any person asks me a question, I'll answer them if I can, see?
Yes, I see.
Give them a straight answer. I ain't no story, man.
Yeah, I see.
But you going to the Cusp, sure?
Yes, I'm going to the Cusp.
Well, I'd like to ride over. I'd like your company, all right. I'd like to ride over with you.
Well, that's fine.
You're a careful driver.
Oh, yes. I'm coming back tomorrow.
Yes?
Sometime in the afternoon.
Yes.
And if you'd like to come back then.
Yes, all right.
Have you got friends in the Cusp?
Oh, I know a few. I don't know very many over there, but I used to know quite a few around there in the Cusp. Working out that camp, out in the Cusp. I worked 3 miles out in the Cusp, see?
Oh, yes.
And I got acquainted with some of the boys used to live in the Cusp.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were here, of course, when the boats were running on the lake. And,
yes, yeah.
And you never worked on any of the boats, I suppose.
Not here. Kootenai Lake.
On the Kootenai Lake?
Yeah.
What boats did you work on there?
Oh, Caslow boat.
On the Caslow, eh? Mm-hmm.
Caslow boat, Great Northern Railroad, had a boat.
Yes.
Run from Nelson to Caslow.
That's right.
And I worked there, night watchman.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I worked there a long time.
Well, of course, Nelson is my hometown, and I knew the Caslow boat quite well.
Yeah?
As well as all the others. And...
well, I must have seen you. In Nelson.
Very likely. I've been there for 60 years.
Because I was in Nelson when Harold Sellew was mayor of Nelson.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I must have seen you.
Oh, yes.
And then William Gillette became mayor.
Yes. Yes, my father, he was a contractor, and my father worked for him.
Yes?
A carpenter.
Quite so, yes.
Billy Gillette built the post office and the courthouse
Yes,
and the Trinity Church.
yes.
So my father built the stairways in those buildings.
He did, eh? Yeah.
He was a bench carpenter and stair builder.
Yes. Well, I worked around there in Nelson when they built the Bank of Commerce.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
And we had a contract, or we had a job to get out some stone, see, for the Bank of Commerce.
Oh, yes. Were you,
We worked stone cutting out on the granite road there and got out them granite windowsills.
was that Shackleton and that handled that work? Shackleton and Simpson?
No, it was John Burns.
Oh, John Burns. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
John Burns was contractor
Oh,
there.
yes, that's right. Well, my father used to work for him, too.
I see.
Uh-huh.
I worked there, get stone cutting, getting them rocks out, you know, for the windowsills and steps.
Oh, yes. I see. Uh-huh. Well, you like living around this part of the world, eh?
Oh, it's all right. But, yeah. Nice place, yeah.
It's a nice place, yeah.
A little cold.
You live about a mile down from...
1 mile out of Silverton.
A mile out of Silverton.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you have a little cabin out there,
Little cabin out there.
And have you any...
Got a wood pile and...
Did you have any experiences that were unusual that you could tell us about? You weren't in any fires, or you weren't hunting or anything like that?
Unusual circumstances? No, it's come that way in a person's life.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They're not unusual circumstances. It's just come your way, and you just face it so well as you can, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah?
Oh, sure.
I can't call them unusual circumstances.
No.
No.
Well, that's fine, and you still can... Are there any other old-timers around here that have been here as long as you have?
Yes, there's one just gone in there. He stopped there.
Oh, yes.
He'd been there. He was in the Bartlett house with George Bartlett in Nelson.
Oh, is that so? Mm-hmm.
He was
Yes, that used to be the old Clark house, and then it was changed the name to the Bartlett house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he used to be there working at the Bartlett house.
Oh,
see?
yes.
And he came over here, and then he worked at this hotel.
Oh, is that so?
He's just gone in there. We think he...
This is the Selkirk Hotel,
Yeah.
and this is one of the old-timers of Silverton, isn't it?
Yeah, Dan Brandon and Joe Brandon built this place.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
I come in here, I worked. Joe and Dan Brandon had a group of claims up here called the Canadian Group.
Oh, yes.
I used to go up there and do some work for them, see?
I see. Uh-huh.
Canadian mineral claims.
I see. Uh-huh.
So when they sold this place, and Dan went back east and Joe went to the coast, see?
Oh, I see.
Joe and Dan Brandon.
Oh, yes.
Two old bachelors like myself.
See?
Yeah.
That's all.
Never married.
Never got married, eh?
Never got married.
And didn't have any good reason for it either.
No, just take things. No, they didn't. They had no special reason for not getting married, but Jesus, they just take things as they come. I'm the same way as they were.
I see. Uh-huh.
They didn't make no fuss about anything. They just take everything as it come and made the best of it.
I see.
That's how I live.
Free and easy, eh?
Ain't that a good way to live?
Oh, sure.
They take things as they come, and they were never married. They had a cook in here and had nice rooms and nice hotel for anybody to come here and stay. Kept that going all their life. But they're the same as I am. They take things as they come, and they didn't worry anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks very much for having a little talk with me.
Oh, all right.
This is fine. I'm glad to meet.
Good enough. I'm glad to see somebody from Nelson, because I was around Nelson when Al Slew was mayor.
Yes.
And then Billy Gillette become mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And who was after that? O'Keefe.
Yes.
O'Keefe became mayor.
Yeah.
Then Jim McDonald became mayor of Nelson.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who's mayor of Nelson right now, just the same.
I see.
Oh, yes, I do. Shorthouse.
Shorthouse's mayor of
Shorthouse is mayor
Oh,
of
you're,
Nelson.
you're right up with the times.
Yeah,
Sure, you're not. You know what's going on, don't you?
yeah. I worked up the Athabasca, up from the Athabasca mine up there.
Oh, yes.
Place called the Princess, a little mine up there.
Uh-huh.
And I worked outside of Nelson, out in the Granite Poor Man mine,
Oh,
this
yeah.
side, a
Sure.
little bit. No.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's the experience I've had around this country
Well,
with
you-
mining.
You've been around the mines. quite a
Yes,
bit.
and I come over here and I work. First
What,
one I worked.
what are you in the mines? Are you a hard rock driller or...
Oh, I used to do anything from the muck stick up to timberman sometimes.
I see. Uh-huh.
Anything they wanted.
Anything that
Any-
needed to be done, eh?
Machine,
Mhm.
machine or timberman
Mhm.
or muck stick.
Oh, I see.
Take hold of them
I see.
mucking, you know. See.
As you say, you just take it as it comes.
Take it out, that's how I used to do. We all used to get the same pay.
Mm-hmm.
A person who was on the muck stick or mucking, you know,
Yeah.
used to get the same pay as a timberman, see.
Yes, I see.
So there's no excuse. You didn't take hold of things.
No, I see. Mm-hmm.
What they told me up here when I went to work there, you'll have to do some mucking, your own mucking, and you'll get the same pay as timberman, see.
Yes, I see.
I said, that's quite all right. You get the same pay as the man on the machine.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's quite all right. I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you get the pay, didn't make a particle of difference what you done, see.
Yes.
That's the way to run a mine.
Well, that's fine. Well,
North was manager. Nathaniel North was manager of the Standard.
mm-hmm.
And Bill Ashmont was superintendent, and Alec Grant was a shift boss.
Mm-hmm.
And McPhee was foreman. It was quite a big mine up there.
Oh, yes. Mhm. Oh, yes, that's a big mine
Good place.
in those days.
We had a band. We had a Standard mine brass band. I used to be in the band up there.
They used to send out drill teams, too, didn't they?
Yes.
For the drilling hard rock,
Yeah.
for the
Sure.
exhibitions
Oh, yeah.
and fairs and so on.
We had a band. We had a nice band.
That's all.
We played in Nelson's mining convention.
That's all.
Yeah.
Did you play yourself?
Played in the band, yes.
What did you play?
I used to play second cornet.
That's all. Well, good for you. Well, I'm an old bandsman too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a trombone player.
Trombone, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie Weber was our conductor.
Oh yes, the father.
Yeah, and Charlie was a trombone player, you know.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Charlie is a good trombone player.
Uh-huh.
He was conductor. He was our boss. See?
He was the father of Fred Weber, wasn't he?
Fred Weber, yes.
Uh-huh.
That's old Charlie.
Yes, Charlie. Mm-hmm.
Fred Weber is at Castle, I think he was.
Yes, he was. I'm just lost track of him, but of course he was a trombone player too.
Yeah, I know.
We've played together.
Did you? Yeah. Fred Weber.
Mm-hmm.
But old Charlie could rattle off the trombone, you know.
Yes.
I played second cornet for him there in the band.
Oh, well, that's fine. Well, that's very nice. Well, it's been very pleasant having this talk to you.
You're all right, yes, good. Well, look here, I ain't better to bother you, no.
That's all right.
We've had quite a talk.
I'll take you up to
Nakusp?
or I'll take you home
Sure.
down the 1 mile, whichever you like.
All right. Well, I'll go up Nakusp with you.
You'll go in Nakusp, okay.
And I won't hold up no bank, and I won't have a fight.
You're a good character.
Or I won't get drunk.
You won't take
No,
you.
I promise you that.
That's fine.
I won't get drunk, and I won't have no fights, and I won't rob no bank.
Well, that's fine.
What better company do you want than that?
I wouldn't want anything better.
No.
Okay.